Number 12. Mute swans. Swans are commonly depicted as graceful and innocent, but the Disney version of this animal is far from its behavior in the wild. Mute swans are incredibly aggressive while defending their nest, mates, or offspring. They regularly attack people who enter their territory, even if they're in small watercraft such as canoes or kayaks. A swan will first hiss loudly at a perceived threat before physically charging it. This creature is among the heaviest flying birds and may be hard to fend off, particularly if you're in the water. While rare, there have been instances of mute swans relentlessly attacking humans and causing them to drown. Moreover, the wings are very powerful. A well-placed strike with the wing bone can break a child's or an elderly person's leg. Number 11. Honey badger. The honey badger will take on any opponent, as evident from its listing in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's most fearless animal. Found in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Indian subcontinent. This mustelid has few natural predators. Even though it only weighs up to 40 pounds, it's outstandingly mean and aggressive. If cornered, a honey badger will fight to the death against animals much larger than itself, such as lions, leopards, or hyenas. The honey badger's warrior drive is supported by a body built for combat. It has small eyes and ears, thus significantly reducing the amount of damage it may sustain in battle. Its nigh impenetrable skin is thick around the neck and remarkably loose, enabling the animal to freely twist and turn within it. They can basically turn on their attackers while still held in their jaws. A honey badger's skin is almost invulnerable to spears or arrows and can withstand several machete strikes. Even snake bites that would melt human flesh do little to the honey badger's armor. The African subspecies is actually known to kill and eat the highly dangerous black mamba. Number 10. Tarantula hawk. Tarantula hawks are among the most terrifying creatures in the animal kingdom. Their common name is rather misleading, as they're neither arachnids nor predatory birds. They're actually wasps, specialized at hunting tarantulas. Their method of doing so is rather gruesome. Initially, a female wasp will swoop down and deliver a paralyzing sting. It then drags the spider to its burrow and lays a single egg on its abdomen. Once it hatches, the larva starts burrowing through the spider's abdomen and begins feeding on its insides. The larva avoids vital organs for as long as possible so that its food source stays alive. It then pupates and an adult wasp will ultimately burst out of the spider's abdomen. The effect of a tarantula hawk's sting has been described as mind-numbingly painful. The worst of it lasts about 5 minutes on average, but the sensation is reportedly nightmarish. Victims have argued that screaming is the only thing you can do, as there's no way of mentally escaping the pain. Number 9. Crowned eagle. While not the largest predatory bird in Africa, the crowned eagle is often cited as being the most powerful eagle on the continent. That's judging from the weight of its prey, which averages about 44 pounds, despite the eagle itself only weighing an average of 8 pounds. Its talons are unusually large, and its legs exert such force that it can crush the skull of its victims. The crowned eagle is possibly the only predatory bird in the world to actively hunt human children. Several reports seem to support this hypothesis. In one case, a 7-year-old child was gouged in the throat and eyes, while in another the skull of a child was found in a crowned eagle nest. This ruthless predatory bird might have even partially shaped human evolution. The skull of an Australopithecus africanus child was discovered in South Africa, and the cause of death was determined to have been skull punctures. The crowned eagle thus became the most likely suspect in the killing of what is suspected as a human ancestor. Scientists have theorized that the early smaller hominids might have evolved to larger sizes and bigger brains as an adaptation to avoiding the eagle's predation. Number 8. Black mambas. The black mamba can grow to be 15 foot long, or about as much as a Volkswagen Beetle. It can strike with blinding speed and launch more than a third of its body off the ground. The black mamba is highly aggressive and has no toleration for humans approaching it closer than 100 feet. It's the most feared snake in Africa and owns a vicious venomous punch that's among the deadliest of all snakes. Envenomation symptoms begin with a slight tingling at the site of the bite. Without treatment, death is nothing more than a sweet release at the end of 7 to 15 excruciating hours. Number 7. Wolverine. The wolverine is the honey badger's equally resilient cousin from the north. It's found in colder climates in Alaska, Canada, Russia, and Europe's Nordic countries. Even though they're the largest land mustelids, these muscular carnivores look more like small bears. The largest males really weigh above 70 pounds, which is about as much as an athletic Labrador. Yet the wolverine's strength and ferocity is legendary. Its physical prowess has actually inspired one of the world's most popular comic book characters. The wolverine is ruthless and will go after prey as large as moose, elk, or even bison. There's even a report of a wolverine taking down a polar bear after clinging to its neck and relentlessly biting at it. This creature, like other mustelids, possesses a molar that's rotated 90 degrees towards the inside of its mouth. It's a feature that enables the wolverine to rip into meat even if it's frozen solid. Nicknamed the glutton, this ruthless beast will eat virtually anything, including carrion, as well as porcupine, lynx, coyote, wolves, or foxes. Number 6. Sea otters. While they aren't a threat to humans and generally regarded as adorable, sea otters display some truly troubling behavior. From an anthropomorphic perspective, the males of the species are the most brutal psychopaths in the animal kingdom. They're known to forcefully copulate with juvenile seals until the latter die as a result. The male otter will hold the seal's head underwater until it drowns, in the same position as if it were mating with a female. There have been over a dozen documented reports of sea otters attacking baby seals in this manner. In some situations, they'll even continue to copulate with the carcass. A Canadian dog owner reported one particularly gruesome incident. A sea otter reportedly kept pushing a log in the direction of its 3 dogs, daring one of the animals to get on. It didn't work at first. Then one day, the owner saw that one of his pets had drowned in the water. He then spotted the otter as it was still copulating with its carcass. The cause of this behavior has been speculated as being competition and the hierarchical pressure to mate. Number 5. Asian giant hornet. This creature, much like its common name would suggest, is the largest member of the hornet family. Aside from being intensely painful, the sting of an Asian giant hornet can cause skin bleeding and tissue death. Envenomation can lead to anaphylactic shock and multiple organ failure. In 2013 alone, in Shanxi, China, these creatures were responsible for 41 deaths and over 1,600 injuries. Because of their superior size and ferocity, Asian giant hornets are the bane of honeybee colonies that share their natural habitat. Once they break into the hive, a single hornet can kill up to 40 bees per minute, using its massive mandibles to swiftly decapitate them. The hornets are much larger and heavily armored, so bee stings don't affect them. They'll use the bee larvae, pupae, and adults as food for their own larvae. Number 4. Asian black bear. In most of the territories they occupy, bears are the largest and meanest creatures around. It's rare that they face predation and competition from other species, yet for the Asian black bear, the situation is rather different. These creatures often share a homeland with tigers. While ferocious enough in their own right, the black bears don't really match up well with the big cats. There have been reports of tigers actively preying on them. Renowned hunter Jim Corbett described one such confrontation. The Asian black bear was the biggest specimen he'd ever seen, and it managed to fend off what was described as a regularly sized tiger. However, in the battle, the bear had its scalp and half its nose torn off. Competition with the ferocious felines has caused the Asian black bear to develop quite a mean streak. In consequence, they're more aggressive towards humans than Eurasian brown bears or the black bears of North America. The second person in history to receive a face transplant, Li Gaoxing, was actually the victim of an Asian black bear attack. Number 3. wild boar. Even domestic pigs might injure their owners in a frantic reaction, but wild boars display an entirely different brand of aggression. During their rutting season, from November to January, they'll attack people on forest paths or agricultural lands adjacent to forests. The initial tusk-first charge may be followed by a series of attacks until the victim is completely incapacitated. Most animals will be settled for taking down their threat, but not wild boars. They'll keep charging until you're dead or unconscious. It's no recent occurrence either. Boar attacks on humans have been documented since the Stone Age. The earliest form of said documentation is actually a cave painting in Bhimbetka, India. Today's topic was requested by the kizzy fish. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Number 2. Cape buffalo. In its native Africa, the Cape buffalo is known as the Widowmaker or the Black Death. It's a highly aggressive animal believed to kill and gore more than 200 people every year. Exceptionally large males can weigh up to 2,200 pounds, nearly twice as much as a grizzly bear. A Cape buffalo has a continuous bone shield atop its head, known as a boss, and horns that smoothly curve upwards. They're outstanding weapons that supplement a charge which tops out at 35 miles per hour. The charging buffalo can launch a human being several feet into the air. Trophy hunters consider them to be among the greatest challenges. Even if they've been wounded, these robust beasts are known to turn and ambush their pursuers. There are reports of Cape buffaloes that carried on fighting even after being shot clean through the heart. Official They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at theywillkillyou.com. Some of it is to die for. Number 1. Crocodile. Untouched by evolution for millions of years, crocodiles are natural killing machines and own the most powerful bite in the animal kingdom. They're responsible for roughly 1,000 human deaths each year and possibly many more that go unreported. Nile crocodiles and saltwater crocodiles are arguably the most dangerous. To the vast majority of animals, humans are either a threat or a curiosity, but rarely are we regarded as prey. When it comes to crocodiles, the situation is different. These beasts see us as food, and the largest species won't hesitate to attack. One Nile crocodile, dubbed Gustav, became a notorious and highly prolific man-eater in Africa. From the banks of the Ruzizi River to the northern shore of Lake Tanganyika, this animal is rumored to have claimed more than 300 human lives. Gustav was reportedly killed as of 2019, but there are many locals who believe he still lurks in the water. Thanks for watching. What's the meanest animal that you have ever encountered? Let us know in the comments section below.